As dawn breaks, we see them. Ghostly figures in the distance on the side of the road.
Maybe they just came over from Myanmar.
Fleeing brutal repression in Myanmar, seeking safety and shelter on the shores of neighboring Bangladesh. It's a heartbreaking scene. Barefoot, starving, and shell-shocked. A group of 50 Rohingya walking slowly. They have just arrived. Exhaustion and fear etched on their faces.
You came across the water? We started our journey at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we just arrived.
They carry with them all that they have left in just a few bags. These are the faces of the unwanted. The Rohingya are considered one of the most persecuted minorities in the world. The United Nations says these Muslims are victims of textbook ethnic cleansing perpetrated by the Buddhist Myanmar military. Cell phone video capturing horrifying images of brutality.
They burned down our homes and took our animals. We have no freedom of movement. They would tell us that we could move for a few hours a day, but they would grab us once we left our homes and torture us. That is why we fled.
Who was it that burned down your village?
The military and some monks. Some local Rakhine people also. We have no rights. We don't have anything. We cannot work, we cannot feed our children, we cannot eat.
Recently, the head of the military seemed to dispute their very existence. On his recent visit, even the Pope would not say their name. In just the last 4 months, over 625,000 Rohingya have fled from northern Rakhine State. The government of Myanmar says its latest crackdown is in response to attacks by the Rohingya militant group known as ARSA. Yet 360,000 of those that have fled are children. With thousands more on their way, the scale of this humanitarian crisis is unprecedented.
What do you think would be happening if there's nobody from the outside coming in to help?
They'd starve.
You think they would starve?
They are coming in exhausted and hungry.
This entire region is a sea of black and blue tarps as far as the eye can see. We hike 45 minutes through the camp to get to a clinic in the hills. The conditions are dire. A lot of kids here.
Yes, 60% of the 600,000 kids that cross the border are children. So this is really a children's crisis more than anything else. This is really the front lines of the response in terms of health. We're literally racing to contain a health crisis before it explodes and spreads.
But many children here are already very sick, as we see firsthand at this UNICEF feeding center. So what happened with your son?
He is losing weight day by day.
This child is 6 months old, but weighs only 8 pounds. That's about as much an average baby weighs at birth. Why did you leave your village?
Our homes were burned. We were tortured. We had to leave.
Your son starved. I can't even imagine being a parent and go through this.
Yeah.
It's cruel. Life in the camps is a struggle. The conditions deplorable. Nearly 1 million people packed in tight and growing every day. Shadwep Island is where thousands of Rohingya are crossing into Bangladesh. On the road coming down, we saw a couple of checkpoints. Of course, the army didn't want us to take any shooting. We took a little bit. But you can see this is where they try to cut off the road. Traumatized by what they have seen and on the verge of collapse, they tell us they have been walking for 15 days. Their last meal was 4 days ago. From Myanmar?
Yeah.
From what happened?
Their houses are burned down.
Who burnt down your house?
Military.
So was anybody killed?
Many people were killed.
They each have a horrifying story to tell. The children were not spared. This is Mohammed. He is just 11 years old. He tells us his father was killed by the military, and he saw it all. And he shows us how they did it. We spoke with dozens of children, their experiences disturbingly similar.
The military burned down my home. If we had not fled, we would have been killed.
My name is Mudai. I am 9 years old.
She tells us she saw dead bodies piling up as she fled.
Our village was set on fire, so we fled.
Here at this child-friendly space, they are beginning to heal. Government numbers show over 40,000 children have lost one or both of their parents, and nearly 2,000 children are now head of household. Gina is one of them.
When the military people came to our house and started breaking and burning our home, they killed my father. They shot him dead.
Her mother is too ill to work, so 10-year-old Jenna has to work to provide for her family.
I go to the forest here. I collect firewood and sell it in the market.
Jenna remembers that day they fled Myanmar.
I saw with my own eyes people who were killed by the military and chopped into pieces. Anyone the military caught was slaughtered. After they were shot or stabbed, they were cut into many pieces, put inside plastic bins, and thrown into the river.
This is one of the closest points to Mongda Township.
Matt Smith, CEO of Fortify Rights, has been documenting the atrocities for years. We were with him in the field earlier this year as he was researching his latest report in conjunction with the U.S. Holocaust Museum.
The Myanmar military systematically burned villages down. Women and girls were raped. We've documented situations of mass gang rape. Infants and children were killed, in some cases thrown into fires.
Yet the Myanmar military denies any wrongdoing and recently released this statement on Facebook, exonerating themselves from killing any Rohingya people, burning their villages, or raping women. The spiritual leader of Myanmar, Aung San Suu Kyi, has invited the international media to visit northern Rakhine State to find out what is really happening. So we traveled to Myanmar to try to get some answers. And empty. The capital city of Naypyidaw is unlike any capital we've ever visited. The avenues are wide, every street is highly manicured, but it is largely empty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 lanes. And nobody here. This is the main road heading downtown from the airport. Look at this. I don't think I've ever seen this. Why can't we shoot here?
It doesn't take long before we are told we cannot shoot.
Myanmar police. Watch out! Hey, one car!
To get answers from the government, we went to see Dr. Win Myat Ai, the minister in charge of relief and resettlement.
Are you comfortable using the word Rohingya?
No, Muslim people.
In Bangladesh, we've talked to many witnesses. Dozens of them have told horrific things. I'll read some to you. They said that their family members were killed or beaten, babies thrown into fires, their villages burnt to the ground, all claiming that this was the Myanmar military.
You believe all the things, all they said. So but why don't you believe me? I have frequently visited, and myself is the witness what I have seen and what I heard. Why don't you believe me?
Because you did not witness this either. There's plenty of video of homes burning down, people getting beaten by the Myanmar military. So we've seen those pieces of evidence, and you're saying I should believe you even though you've not witnessed it whatsoever?
I don't know. I can't no words I have to answer because I already have there.
So just to make this clear, are you saying that the Myanmar military did not kill anyone or burn down any homes?
Don't say like that. Your meaning is very difficult to answer. So I already have said that what I have seen and what I have heard. So that's all.
The world is getting very angry. They're getting very upset at what's happening here.
Yes, it's the problem. It's the problem. So the time is up.
The minister tries to cut our interview short, signaling to his security guard by the door.
The UN, there's a couple more questions. The UN has called this ethnic cleansing. Is this ethnic cleansing?
I don't know. Actually, it is not true, because it's not ethnic cleansing, because we are not making it happen. It happens by themselves.
But is it? We decide to find out for ourselves when we come back.
You cannot. You need special papers.
hate in the most unlikely of places.
The children that we spoke to, they witnessed the killing.
They are lying. I do not believe that the military killed their parents.
And why it's spreading like wildfire.
Military Facebook pages.
Stay with us.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.